I'm Ryan.
And I'm Ethan. And I was going to ask you, does anybody know what this is? Well, as funny as it seemed, this is an olden day purse that the voyagers used to put tobacco in. And this is made out of pellets. And this is the rough part. It's sort of hard. It's kind of rough when you put it on, but this is a lot more soft.
The French fur trade. Trading/bartering. Trading is when people swap items without paying. So if you had a cookie and I had an ice cream cone, you wanted the ice cream cone and I wanted the cookie. So we trade or swap. Merchants will buy stuff from you, sell stuff to you, and trade or barter. A lot of people trade for glass beads, for necklaces, metal pots, knives, guns, needles, blankets, and of course, food. Women grew corn and boys caught fish for the French, so the trade could work out and they didn't have any fight for disagreements. The fur trade is all about trading furs, so to do that, you need a tan and you need a skin, but you need to tan the skin to trade it. But before you can tan the skin, you need to skin it. So here are a few tips or ways of how to do it. 1. Cage skinning. 2. Ventral cut skinning. 3. Dorsal cut skinning. 5. Hide skinning. 4. 1. Cage skinning. 2. Ventral cut skinning. 3. Dorsal cut skinning. 4. Case skinning. 5. Hide skinning. And the final is buckskin and leather. After you skin it, you need to tan it. 1. Remove the skin by cutting down the stomach and peeling off the excess weight, which is like fat, stuff like that. Then remove the flesh and the insides. You need to dry the skin. The best way to do it is either put it under like a heat lamp or just lay it out in the sun. And then soak it in a brain solution. Either like take the animal's brain, rub it on the fur, or like put the brain in a pot of water and then till it dissolves and soak the animal skin in there. Then you need to crumple and stretch until the skin softens, so you can like wrap it around your body. And smoking the skin, I think, is optional, so we think it keeps animals out of your, like ticks and stuff out of the skin.
And the fur trade, besides trading furs, is also about where the voyagers traveled by canoes that are made from birch bark, and they travel to where the Indians live and they trade with them. So they're the ones who make it all happen. And while the voyagers were traveling by canoe with it, sometimes they ran into land, and when they ran into land, they couldn't get across it by water, by the canoe, so they had to carry the canoe and all the supplies in it across the land, and sometimes that takes days or even longer. And they had to carry it all the way to the next body of water. And before the voyagers left, they stayed at the first post, which two fur posts were in Montreal and Quebec. And when the voyagers made it to the Indians, here's an example of what they did.
So the French come over and spy on the Indians' camp. They say, "Oh, look at all those furs! It's a bunch. I wonder how we can get our hands on some." So then one of them comes up with an idea. "Hey, let's set camp up. Let's set up camp right here and attract lots of attention. That's sure to draw them this way." So they set up camp, and sure enough, the Indians come over and spy the camp. They say, "Your food's gonna burn. It's in that weird metal pot thing, or what's in that weird pot thing? The French reply, no it isn't, just put it in this, put it on the fire, and then just wait until it's all cooked. You don't even need to have your eyes on it. Whoa. Can we have one? Yeah, sure, as long as we can have some of your furs. So the Indians trade, and then they're like, we have more furs back at home. We can trade. Let's start something. Okay. So that's how the fur trade was started.
And the fur trade was started in about the 1500s and ended around the 1800s. And you know, we've been talking about voyagers. Well, the voyagers are the people who travel by the canoes, and they're the ones who trade with the Indians, but there's main people at the trading posts, but they're the ones who actually travel, so other people don't have to do it. And they wear a lot of furs sometimes and warm clothes because they never know what kind of weather it will be. And the canoes that the voyagers traveled in hold around 8 to 16 90-pound bags full of furs or pelts. The voyagers ate nuts, wild rice, fish, dried peas, dried buffalo, and berries. And after they traded the Indians for the pelts, they sometimes made fur hats, rugs, coats, clothes, blankets, or they just sold it, because sometimes if they had beaver pelts are really expensive and sometimes are known as soft gold.
This is what they traded, like beaver, raccoon, fox, otter, mink, and bear and squirrel.
Thank you for listening to our project.